Hi guys, welcome back to another podcast or another Coolit podcast.
You need a bed. Then I did the pint of tech in a cold red. If I tell this bitch to pull her, she gon' mope.
So this is the third episode. Is there anything you wanna introduce or say or whatever? Or?
Well, what happened in the last week? Creed 3 came out.
Shit.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We just watched it maybe an hour ago.
Yep.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, I kept seeing all over TikTok and Instagram how good Creed 3 is, the movie. We literally just came back from watching it. I'm gonna probably say the hottest take I could probably ever say, but that was probably one of the best sports movies I've ever seen.
Wow, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
Yeah,
I loved it
because it was really good. Obviously, people are gonna be like, "What about this movie and this movie and this movie?" Like obviously the first ever Rocky movie or Rocky 2, when he fought Apollo Creed or whatever. Obviously, that was like, those are good,
top-notch cinema,
right? But if you have not watched Creed 3 yet, and they're not even, Michael B. Jordan's not even getting me down and dirty. Like, yeah. I'm literally saying that is so.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. So I recommend watching it. How do you feel about the movie?
So I love how cause he said openly in an interview he loves anime or whatever the fuck, right? And he said, so basically, like, the way he filmed, a lot of it was based on anime. And I don't like anime, but dude, it was so good. I love the way he filmed the whole, like, every fight scene was so good in that movie.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, we just wanted to talk about it, get it off our chest, because we got to say to somebody.
Yeah,
but
dude.
It was actually a really good movie. Other things, in the news, not really. So we're just going to get straight into the first segment. I think the first segment, do you want to...
I have it right down right here.
No, I got a story I just want to tell.
Yeah.
I'm at work, right? He wasn't working that day. We work at the same job, but whatever.
Right.
I'm at work, and I don't know when the conversation was. I'm with the two girls that I work with, right? And they bring up something saying like, "Damn, if he was taller, or he's good looking, but if he was taller, it would put him over the top," or something. They said about somebody, right? And obviously, listen, I support.
They talk about me.
No, not you. No, not you. I support my young kings, man. My short kings. I don't know. Women, something about, making fun of, like, short guys. Nah, I don't want to date them because they're short and blah, blah. I don't really like it. I'm a tall guy, so maybe I don't. But, whatever, right? So I hear them talking about it, and then they started talking about, like, I was just keeping my mouth quiet. And they started talking about, like, how about, this person would be so cute if dude, he's like 5'7", he's 5'8". And I'm like, damn, they're really, right?
Yeah.
So then I couldn't, get my mouth quiet anymore. So I looked at both the girls and I go, "Can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "You guys wouldn't date a guy if he was 5'7", 5'8"? And they go, "Yeah, probably. His bitch
Damn.
Turn off." I'm like, wow, right? So I'm like, what's like the shortest you'll go? They told me 5'11" or 6 foot.
Damn.
I go, damn, right? I'm like, even if they're taller than you, like, yeah, they're still, yeah, they're taller than me, but I want them to, like, overbear me, like, whatever, I don't know, right? So I said, okay, is it wrong of me if I said I would never date a fat girl?
What'd they say?
I said that straight to the face to go, no, that's messed up. Bro, I don't know who's listening to this right now, right?
This is the first time I heard about this.
No, this is because I want to save it for this.
Wow.
Because I knew how you feel about it, right?
Wow.
It took everything out of me to be like, are you serious? Because I don't know who's watching this. I don't know if I'm in the wrong, but you saying you wouldn't date nobody, right? Because of something they were born with, like heights, right? They didn't choose, right? Being overweight is almost a choice. Like, you know what I mean? You chose to eat Popeyes that night. You chose to eat fast food that night. You chose to do this. You chose to do that. And them saying, I wouldn't date a short guy. And then when I say, I wouldn't date a fat girl.
It's an issue.
It's an issue.
Wow.
And I go, are you serious? I'm like, but that's not my preference. And they're like, I guess we understand if it's not your preference. Because now they're realizing how, like, I guess kind of like dumb it sounded to be like, I wouldn't date a short guy. Yeah. But I wouldn't date a fat girl. But me not wanting to date a fat girl is
right.
Like, kind of like bad.
What the hell?
Right? And I was like, I said, I just wouldn't do it. It just doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm obviously not the skinniest guy in the world, but You mean like I wouldn't? I just wouldn't. I don't know. It's just you know what I mean. I'm not saying I would never date a fat girl. I'm just was putting like an example out there
Yeah.
that like I wouldn't date a fat
Like to
girl.
relate to what they're saying.
Like to relate to be like okay, what happens if like okay I wouldn't
Yeah.
date girls with too much hair on their body,
yeah, that's a preference.
right? That's a preference.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? I have hair on my arms. And I'm like, you wouldn't date a guy because he's short? Isn't that crazy? Something you can't control? Something you were born like something that you were genetically born with?
That's like almost like. Is that like? Is it entitlement or is it delusion?
it's double standards.
It's double standards.
Yeah.
That's like a good leeway, right?
It's double standards.
It's double
right?
standards.
So I just wanted to bring this up too because we like having these conversations, even though. But I just want to talk about double standards. I don't know if you have any examples of that. Was just a big example that I've had recently of just like a double standard that I was like, come on, that's like. And I think I'm saying that I think the definition. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna search it up right now. Double standard, and I'm gonna read the definition out and to see if I'm saying it correct. Okay, double standard on the what is this?
Just the Google dictionary.
Google Dictionary, a rule or principle which is unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups.
It is double dude, you got it on the fucking nose.
Right? That's just double standards.
Wow.
Right? It's just
Like, look, there's nothing wrong with the girl saying she doesn't want to date a short guy, right?
yeah.
That's fine.
I don't think it's wrong at all.
Right, but don't judge me because I don't want to date a fat girl
Yeah.
or an overweight girl.
Yeah. Because,
right?
Because
It doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't. Now you're judging, right? I go, okay, I don't listen. Obviously, like, I wouldn't want to date a girl that's way taller than me,
right.
So I understand. I would come to an agreement and be like, yeah, if you don't want to date a short guy, I kind of get it, right? Because it doesn't, whatever. I can almost come to an agreement. But then when you come back at me and I go, I don't want to date a fat girl, something that you can work on and can, you know what I mean? And then you tell me, no, that's wrong. You're crazy.
That's out of pocket.
No, you're just out of pocket. It's a double standard. So I just wanted to ask, like, maybe do you have any stories of like double standards? Do you have any like just like things you want to talk about where you think is like a crazy double standard that maybe you wanted to talk about? Because that, dude, I want to use baffled. I was baffled that like I think that they would even
that's like what happened to you is almost like you see it on like TikTok and there's no way she's calling me right now. Did you tell her?
Yeah.
The fuck is she doing?
All right, continue.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Like that's the type of stuff that like you see on TikTok and Instagram, and you're like, oh, girls, like you watch a podcast of like any like you know like alpha male podcast, and they have women on, and they're like the women are like completely like in their own world, right? They'll say some outlandish stuff, right?
Yeah.
So. Like, you watch those videos and you're like, okay, but that's not really how, like, women are, right? Like, part of you is almost like, that's, like, an extreme.
Yeah,
but, dude, that's, like, that happened at work. Like, that's, like,
because
that's,
I'm
like,
not a part of a
crazy.
Fresh and Fit podcast, right? I'm not sitting there having these Miami bitches on, like, talking about double standards.
Right.
I was, what the fuck? What are you doing
That's
right now?
crazy.
Right? I'm not on an Andrew Tate podcast where I can just say whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, are you serious? I didn't realize that women actually, like, that was, like, real, like, two girls from two different...
It's almost eye-opening.
Two girls from two different backgrounds, like, never, they just met at work, agreed upon that. I was like, that was, like, crazy. And maybe I'm wrong. And then they told me, right? Then they told me, okay, what happens if I marry a woman, right? And she gets pregnant and then she ends up being fat? How do you think I don't know where this construed.
How does that even remotely relate
I don't
to
know
what your argument was?
Because I would date a woman, and then it's kind of helping me out because then I would end up dating a fat woman anyway. So but it's just the double standard is like crazy. Like, because I don't care that if you don't want to date a short guy, but don't judge me if I don't want to date a fat girl.
That's like,
you know what I'm trying to say?
it's just it's tough because like.
Listen, shout out to all my fat girls out there, dude, or my overweight, my big queens. I'm not making fun of you, right? I'm not.
It's just for the sake of the argument, like you're
like it was just. I would never say I would never date a big girl or whatever. I'm not trying to say any of that. It was just an example of, because obviously people are very sensitive about women's bodies and stuff like that, and everyone stuff like that. So I just brought it to an extreme because they were kind of already at an extreme. So. Yeah, I just thought that was crazy, and I just thought that the double standard of that was crazy though.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. And then
So she said the shortest she would go is 5'11", 6 foot.
yeah.
How is that even? That's not even short.
That's not even short at all. And dude, and these girls are 5'3", 5'2".
Yeah.
They're 5 inches taller than you.
Yeah.
A 5'7" guy, if you're 5'2", you're 5'7", you'd be 5 inches taller than that person.
Yeah.
That's like crazy. I didn't believe that was a real thing, but supposedly it is, man.
Shit, I mean, all power to them, I guess. If that's
Yeah.
how they want to live their life, buddy, that's up to them.
Yeah.
Shit. All power to them. Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to stay on the same topic of
I mean, double standard when it comes to dating or when it comes to just men and women?
I feel like just in anything, like
In men and women?
Oh, even in life. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. But you want to talk about, like, what else they had written down? You had something else that we wanted to hit on. Kind of in the same ballpark.
All right, so if we're talking double standards, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the way, like, regardless of, like, equality or whatever, men and women realistically play different roles in society,
Okay.
right? Is that, like, agreeable or is that not agreeable?
For the sake of the podcast, I will be against you on this.
No. Don't be against me. Speak what you think.
No.
No.
Okay.
Because then it's going to be an argument that's going to lead to nothing.
Give me examples and talk about it.
No, I'm asking you. Okay, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, give me examples
I'm just
and
saying,
talk
right?
about it. Like, speak your mind a little bit, then I'll.
So, like, men and women play different roles in society, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth, whether you believe it or not.
Okay.
An example of that, a very, like, small kind of, like this, like, it's hard to talk about this because there's, like, there's, like, if there's a room of 100 people and there's going to be one person saying, like, one girl saying, that's not true, I pay on the first date. But, like, realistically speaking, like, the way it works is, like, the man would, like, the majority of women would agree that the man pays on the first date.
Yeah. Okay. I would, if you're talking about from that aspect, I would say yes.
There's no aspect. I'm saying, like, the fact that alone is a yes just proves my point. Men and women play different roles. There's no aspect.
Yeah, because
right.
The only thing I would say yes is because I've been taught by my mom and by my dad about, like, if you're gonna take a girl out, you gotta make sure you have some money so you can pay for it.
So I'm saying, like, it's just the way it is. I'm not saying men are supposed to. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, and I would even force that because even before going on a date with somebody, it comes with the asking part. And who asked the woman to even pay for that date would be the man.
Exactly.
So the reason I think that women have never paid for meals is because the man has always asked.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, that's what I'm saying.
So I heard 50 Cent say this one time on an interview. He was like, who's paying for the guy, whoever the host was like, who pays on the first date? He goes, if I ask her, I would, but if she asked me, she would, kind of thing. Like, if let's say I go, hey babe, I want to go to
No, you said first date.
No, oh, okay. I'd be like, hey, girl, right? I want to take you out somewhere nice. I want to take you out to dinner. Boom, we go. Right? She's like, I want to take you out to dinner. I'm treating you to something, right? And then all of a sudden, I go up to the girl, I go, hey, let's split this. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I was telling you, let's go, and then now you get what I'm saying? Because then I would expect the same thing from the girl. If the girl goes, hey, I want to go to the botanical gardens, or something like that, and we go, and she goes, hey, it's $12 for both. You want to give me 12? Kind of be like, what? Like, now you're making me pay for something you want to show me? Like, kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. The first date is a little, depending who to ask. But continue what you're saying.
I don't think so. Me personally, I think the guy should pay first date regardless of where you're going.
No, I agree with you too. I will always put my wallet or double tap my. Double tap my Apple Pay.
I'm talking only first date. Don't, like, just stick to first date.
Yeah. But
right?
if I go on, like, two dates with a woman in a week or something like that, if I'm some single guy,
I'm paying on both.
Yeah, I would pay for both. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. I will pay for both.
That's what I'm saying. You're paying on the first date.
Correct.
You think the man should pay on the first date. Not even if it's you, if it's any other man.
I would, yes.
Right?
Even if she asked me, I feel like I'm just a nice guy, I would probably try to pay for it anyways.
I don't mean you. I mean, if you have, like, a friend and he's like, oh, this girl asked me if I wanted to, like, grab like a meal, like, go to dinner one time with her.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yeah, we should definitely hang out sometime, right?
Uh-huh.
You think he should or she should pay? He should pay,
I think if I would have,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's just a nice thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, because if we want to lead away from that, right? Let's just talk about pain in general, right? I feel like, let's say that does go to a part where you guys are now in a committed relationship after the first date,
Right.
right? I feel like at some point, like, obviously, like, I would probably be paying more, right?
Okay.
Right? I think, like, in a relationship, I think in a, what's the word? Not massage. Is it massage? Not a massage. No, what's like the word?
Like
for
a
it? Like when you're in like a
man, female, like
no,
male,
like
female.
is it like chivalry?
What the fuck is
I
that?
almost want to say chivalry. If you're like in a like the man is the breadwinner and the woman stays at home and cooks. If we're in that type of relationship, I would assume that we're always paying and blah blah blah, right? But like me and my girlfriend now, we're both like 20 years old, right?
But you would argue, even whatever circumstance you're in, if there's like a ratio of who pays more, even though you guys both pay, you would pay more, like a little, like you pay more.
That's what I was
than,
trying to say.
Yeah.
I think I would, if it goes in a way, I think it would be about 60-40 men's side.
Yeah.
Right.
But
because it's just how it is and how the man is. I think it's just the competitive nature, I feel, of a man to just wanting to do it anyways, right? I don't know. But at some points, like if I go out to dinner, right, and then she goes, "Oh, I'll pay," boom, and she pays. I'd probably be like, "All right."
There's some things that are timeless, right? Like let's say like you watch like a movie, right? The heroes.
Like a boogie.
I can always on time.
Not
The
really.
timeless,
All right, go.
right? If you're watching a movie, the hero's journey is like the most timeless. Like it works every time.
Yeah.
The underdog story works every time.
Yeah.
Right. So there's certain things that start at a certain point in life they started, and up until this day and age, the 21st century, whatever the fuck we're in right now,
Yeah.
right? It's still like it works every time because it's so like it's just it works.
Yeah.
Right. There's things like that work kind of like the man paying because he like. I'm not saying the men should pay. They have to pay. It's a rule they pay. But like as a man, I think the majority of men can speak on this. Like you feel like it makes you in a way feel even good about yourself that you're paying for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even on a like it makes you feel good. Like yeah, like I got you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm paying.
No, it does. And
Right?
I'd probably do it most of the time. But I think like let's go to nowadays age, because like even like 5 years ago when I had with my ex-girlfriend, like I would pay for literally everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason now, like 5 years later, I have my girlfriend now, right? It's practically 50-50 now, and I don't know if it's society or something
say what it is, too.
that's changing, or if it's the feminist taking over. And
I can say what it is too.
go.
For one, you were in like the 10th grade. You didn't even have a job.
That's true.
She didn't. So like you were paying out of like the kindness of her parents' heart. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I had $10 from Christmas from last year that I found.
that's what I'm saying, right?
I'm like, dude, we're gonna split a Chipotle bowl.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about what, but I'm just saying like
No, go. It's fine.
like you weren't dating the.
Oh damn, I didn't know where that was going.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Okay, the creme de la creme. I get you.
That's what I'm
where
saying.
the fuck did that come from?
I'm just saying like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying like some like there are women, right,
Mm-hmm.
that think that the man should pay always, and
Yeah.
those type of women I think aren't like if you think like if you go out on a date, right, and you expect them if you go on out of the 7 days in the week you go on 5 dates with the guy you just met and you expect them to pay for every single day without you like you're so entitled you don't even want to put your card down to offer to pay.
Yeah.
Then that shows a lot about not just like. It's deeper than just I don't want to pay for the meal. It shows a lot about your character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. If I go on a first date,
It shows
right?
a lot about your character.
And this is like I've heard stories of this and people say it. For the men watching, right? If you feel like you're going out with a girl that you might think is like a gold digger, or you might think she's this or that, this is what you should do, right? Maybe this is some advice, and I don't know why I'm saying
Some head, leave, fight.
Get
some head and leave, fight.
That's not what I'm don't listen. But what you should do is, right, you should go, hey, let's go out somewhere to go eat, right? And you go to eat. You should purposely park farther away than you probably should, right? You should park far away. You guys should walk over there, right? Once you get to like the front of the restaurant, oh shit, babe, I left my wallet. Depending what she says, if you go, oh shoot, babe, I left my wallet in the car, and she goes, no, let's go back and get it. Or she goes, nah, I got it. Don't worry about it. Or even like, no, I got it now if you want to pay me back later. That's even better than, oh, let's go walk back. If she says, hey, let's go walk back, yeah, you walk back, right? And you get in your car, and she goes, hey, you don't,
and you leave that bitch where you're
at. You didn't unlock it. I know. You drive off. Because now you're just getting, that's like the best way to catch, not like a gold digger, but you're catching someone that thinks they're hot shit, I guess. Let's just change the topic, I guess. Because let's just just say that if you are going to go on a date, a first date with a woman, right? If you're a man or a woman, right, and you're going on a first date with the significant or the other person that you're going out with, man or woman, who cares? If you do go out, I think the man should probably just pay for it.
The man should pay for it.
I wouldn't say should, but I think that.
Don't beat around the bush, buddy. Say what you mean. Say it with your chest, buddy.
I think
the man should pay for it.
The man who's going on the date probably should pay for it.
Yeah.
However, if you are the woman going into this relationship too, don't think everything's going to be 90-10 with the man.
Yeah.
You have to put in some effort too.
Yeah.
And if you're okay with, I guess, if we're going to talk about just like a simple chivalry relationship. Now, if you're talking about, oh, okay, the man's going to go work and make the money and I'm going to stay at home and do that. If that's what you're doing, then I'm okay with it. But now if you're like, no, I'm going to go, okay, no, my man makes all the money and I'm not going to go work, but I'm also not going to be home and I'm going to go out to clubs and spend his money and buy bags and purses and this and that and try to live the life because my man is rich. Fuck you. And listen, kings. Listen out there, kings. Don't let no woman fuck you over, man.
Don't let him fuck you over, buddy.
Right.
Also, if you're a young man going on a date with the girl and you like her a lot, make sure you, like, I'm not saying read deep into everything, but the way, like, small things as not offering to pay after, like, a while of going on dates should give you an indicator of their character more than you think. Like, it's deeper than you think. Like, really look into it.
You really got to focus
because
on that.
It will affect you more than you think in the long run. So
yeah, so
there's that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think let's stay on the same topic of like just like relationships in general and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is there something? I'm trying to think.
What do you think is the best first date
idea? Mm-hmm. Okay, I think the best first date. What was I gonna say? Movies and dinner is out the picture. Mm-hmm. That is as old as time. Do not take out a girl for a dinner and a movie. Mm-hmm. No, we don't do that anymore. Let's get that out of the picture. What I think, and this is only because I have like a little bit of a type, right? And I'm just going to tell you my type before I say what I'm going to say. I kind of like myself because I feel like I like sports and I like kind of being a little bit athletic and I like football, baseball, basketball, love basketball, right? I kind of like my girl being a little active. Even if she just goes to the gym, right? I like my woman being a little bit active, I guess. Like, used to play a sport or likes to go outside, even likes to go to the beach and this and that. I like my girl a little bit active, right? Like, likes to go out and blah, 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 blah. Not like on parties, but like likes to go out in the sun, whatever, right? So, what I think would be a good date idea is like Top Golf. Top Golf is a good date idea.
Yeah.
Bowling is a good date idea, right? But then you do those things, but then you stick out to dinner anyways. Yeah. Because now you guys just had the fun.
The funnest time.
You had so much fun, right? You kind of figure it out, right? You have the fun time, and then after you just go have dinner and you go, oh my God, dude, when you throw that strike, it kind of already breaks the ice.
So,
which I really like.
In simple terms to say this, when you think as a young man going on a first date, as a guy trying to take a girl you like on a first date, right? It's not just like there should always be some kind of food getting, whether it's ice cream or a dinner involved after whatever you do. Because that should be a rule. Like you do an activity and then the food comes after, regardless of what you're doing.
I think you should always go somewhere to go eat.
Even if it's like getting crumble cookie, ice cream, whatever.
Honest, my biggest pet peeve if a girl doesn't want to eat in front of me. I don't really like that. If we're gonna go out, if I go, hey, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings, right? And she starts chowing down.
You better chow down on a wing, dude.
I'm getting hard.
Yeah.
Are we serious, bro?
Yeah.
I'm a pig, bro.
She's like 4 wings in,
I'm a
right?
pig.
Not a single ounce of meat on the.
Right,
on
and she
those
and she
bones.
forgot to drink her whole entire drink because how good the food was. Like that's what I like. I don't like a girl ordering a salad on the first date, covering her mouth, like trying to be a little. Nah, bro, eat a wing, right? But whatever.
Eat a wing, bro. Eat a wing.
But I think that also when you eat food, it's kind of like you have to sit down or even stand or just kind of stay in one place while you eat. You can't run and eat, or you can't. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I think you should always find, because that's kind of like like everyone eats, so it's kind of like, oh, we sit down and we're gonna have dinner and we're gonna talk in like a really nice place. But then you also do like a fun activity.
Yeah.
To kind of like see, you kind of like, let's say you go bowling with a girl, right? And you could tell, and if you're type, you know, and you see how she's bowling bad, or she's like, oh my nail, and you don't really, it like turns you off. after that bowling, you go,
or it might turn you on. It might turn
or
you
you might
on.
turn you
You
on,
might
right?
like a girl like that.
right?
Who
And you
knows?
go whatever, and you see how it goes from there, and then you kind of go like, because then now you had fun.
Now you had
You paid-
at the end of the day you had fun.
You had fun, even if you get what I'm trying to say. Like then you can just leave after.
Yeah,
Like,
and
even after bowling, she goes, "All right, what do you want to do now?" I'm like, "I think I gotta head home, but this was really awesome. Thank you so much." Even if you never talk to her again.
and then if you make your bets correctly, you might get some whiskey off it.
Shit.
You might,
All
dude.
right, bro.
You might leave in more than
Shit, bro.
a couple of strikes.
She like in it, I like.
You might, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, but yeah, so that's pretty much. I think what would be yours? What would be like your? That would be mine. Oh, mine would be going if it's bowling, top golf, if it's axe throwing even, and then like some sort of go eat somewhere. Like if you're ice cream or a nice dinner or something like that.
I think. Well, I kind of told you my blueprint. What I think is smart to
You
do.
got a blueprint?
What I think is
No,
smart
you got
to
a
do.
blueprint.
Yeah.
Pull it out, Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Pull it out,
Yeah,
idiot.
what do you peer the platypus, buddy?
Yeah, bro, you know me.
Okay, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, like anything active and then food after.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be
Shit,
dinner.
like some sex and just go eat after.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly,
I
right?
want to get some sex.
Like
real
literally
quick.
just like any activity. Personally, I think something like bowling or golf is good, like top golf.
Yeah, or like mini golf.
Dude,
Like,
take her if you live in somewhere. Take her kayak. Imagine taking her to a kayaking on the first
hey,
date.
we should go kayaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Or go have a. Or look, now I'm gonna say this. This is where I took my girlfriend that I have now on our first date. Picnic on the beach.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. But that's
See,
but
without
the-
body light, like
but
chill,
but,
right?
but that contradicts yourself because you said no dinner because then you guys are just sitting there talking. There's nothing active, and the beach is
Bro,
hard to be active.
I bring a football. You don't know what's in my bag though.
Oh.
You don't know what- I have the picnic basket.
I
obviously with
forget.
the blanket.
I forget,
But then
I
I have
forget.
another duffel that's even bigger.
I forget.
With frisbee,
I forget.
footballs. Shit, you know that. And we go, and it's active. Like
I
you go
forget.
play in the water. It's
Yeah.
active. So I think I think you just mashed the two a little bit, so it's good.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, let's go in the water real quick, and then we go, and then we sit back down. Hey, want to go listen to
Yeah.
those something? And we just sit there. We can't do nothing.
Yeah.
We're tired.
Yeah, and then you like get a glimpse of like what you're working with, kind of.
Yeah, get back in the water, pull some pants down.
Yeah, but you get a glimpse though, cause you're at the beach, right? You get a
Yeah,
glimpse
yeah,
of
yeah.
like you guys like ski or player build, kind of.
Yeah. You see how she runs, because bitches be looking stupid when they run in the sand. So if if she doesn't look that dumb running in the sand, you know you got you got an athletic one on you.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to run on the sand.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
dude.
So, all right, want to go further than that?
I think another key point is like the thing why like active first dates are good is because if you can get her to like get embarrassed or fuck up or do something wrong, that's when like you guys are like joke like it's like it's easier for you to like
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know?
Like if she's like
imagine she's running in the beach, she falls, right? You're like, oh, and then you guys start laughing about it. You guys laugh
Yeah.
about it the whole day.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it gives you more. Because if you're just sitting there on, you've never seen this girl in your life, right? You guys go to eat dinner at fucking Olive Garden or some shit.
Yeah.
You guys
of
are
course.
sitting down talking, right? How are you? How was your day? Oh, good. Yeah, really? Oh, like it's like
The waiter
what do you
comes
talk
like,
about?
what can I get you guys to drink? And you go, let's get red wine for the table. And she goes, I actually don't like red wine.
You go,
Right?
right? It's
And
like
you go, all right, we'll just get a calamari. She goes, oh,
I'm allergic to seafood.
yeah, I'm allergic to seafood.
You go, could we get the breadsticks? She goes, make them plain. You go, you leave.
Yeah, then you go, all right.
You leave.
You get up.
Yeah.
You give the waiter a 10.
Yeah.
And you leave.
Yeah. You go hand to that big dog and you walk
Yeah.
out.
I'd even call an Uber for the girl.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I'm going to call you an Uber. She's like, why? I'm like, I got to go. Nah, because if you go to Olive Garden and you go, and the guy goes, super salad with that, ma'am, and she says soup, you get the fuck up on out of there. You better get the fucking salad. Am I crazy or no?
That's your grandpa?
Yeah.
Answer the phone.
No.
Answer the phone. He's talking about the boat.
I know.
Answer the phone right now.
No.
Dude,
Not for the pod.
I'll end the video. Answer the phone.
Okay, I'll answer. Close it off good.
Yeah.
Sorry, my grandfather called me. It's like
What was
bad,
that?
right? I don't know. All right. So we were talking about. So we were talking about good date ideas.
Yep, good date ideas, yeah.
I think those are pretty solid.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you about my blueprint.
Oh yeah.
Which is what every young man, every man should follow that blueprint, which is like it's activity then food. Activity then food. That's how it should always go on a first date. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I 1,000% agree. Okay.
If you guys watched this far, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, please
like the
subscribe.
video. Click like, subscribe, share it with your friends.
Yeah.
And subscribe to our personal channels, Ryan Peoples and Matt Matias.
It's all in the description below, so
Lego.
go do that. What do I want to talk about? Anything on my mind? Let's see. I want to get into some like Andrew Tate shit, like not
Yeah.
Andrew Tate in particular, but
Yeah, well, we kind of talked about that in the beginning with the double standards, but we could keep going if you
yeah,
want.
I
I'm with
kind
it.
of like the path that we're on. I kind of like
Yeah.
the idea of the podcast that we're doing right now. We're not talking about stupid stuff. Oh, can we talk about how not how hard, but because I'm in a relationship now. Can we talk about how hard it is to get back in the groove of a relationship?
Oh my gosh,
Can we talk
dude.
about it?
That's a good question.
All right.
Or a good topic.
Let me explain to what I'm trying to say.
Oh my god.
Dude, I hadn't had a girlfriend. Me and my girl have been together for like 6 months, right? I haven't had a girlfriend before then for like maybe 4 years, 3.5 years or something like that, right? Not like anything like, you know what I mean? Nothing serious out of high school relationship. I had nothing, right? I finally got one. Dude, it is probably one of, not the hardest thing, but to really get back into the groove, especially when you've been out of the game for a minute, especially me. I'm not a fucking player. I don't go around slinging, I don't go slinging
Yeah.
pussy. Like, I don't go
Yeah.
around, I just don't do that, right? So getting back into like a nice relationship and being with somebody that I actually like and care for and blah, 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 and this and that, it is hard for me, man. It is so hard for me. Not like hard to like love. It's just, I'm like, to get back into the groove of
Can
just.
I help you out with that?
Yeah.
For me, it was the same thing, okay? Before my girlfriend, now we've been together for about a year now.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a relationship for about 3.5 years,
Yeah.
right? And mind you, that was high school. Like, that's like some little tiny, like high school puppy. Like, it wasn't even a real relationship.
Yeah.
I didn't have a car, a job, money, nothing. It was
Yeah,
dumb.
high school relationships
right?
are
It didn't even
just-
count, right?
It's just the introduction of.
Yeah, so now we're looking. I'm like, okay, when I like getting into a relationship after being, like you said, out of the game for so long, it's so hard, especially where we're at in life, like right out of high school, right? You have so many things on your mind about what am I gonna do? I have to do this and that, and then you're like, okay, I have to have a full-time job to pay my bills and get my car, and then right, you have your friend, you want to hang out with your friend, you want to do this and that, you want to play the game, you want to go to the gym, and then you have to make time for your girlfriend.
Yeah. It is hard.
Or make like I'm not saying like she's like the burden. You have to make time for the
No,
gym.
because-
You have to make time for your hobbies. You have to make time for yourself. It's like it's really tough.
No, because the girlfriend is not the burden. When he says that he wants to do all that stuff, with work might be the burden because
Work is the burden,
Because
yeah.
if I could just have money, I wouldn't work.
Yeah,
But, like,
work is the burden.
right? But like everything else, me wanting to go to the gym, me wanting to go hang out with my friends, me wanting to go play video games, me wanting to go hang out with my girlfriend, me wanting to go eat a nice dinner. Those are all just like things that I want to do and I really want to do. It's very hard to time manage it.
Even you just wanting to be in your room watching Outer Banks, like
Right,
you know,
right?
like
You just wanna
even
be home, yeah, chilling.
just chill, like after work, right? Like,
Yeah.
and like, it's like you have a certain days in the week, right? And then for example, we work, at the time, like I'm saying, like we work like 8 hours a week, 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
right? So after work, realistically, we only have like. We could do one activity after work. We can't really do a bunch of things at once. Like we can't go gym, hang out, and then make video.
Yeah.
We have to either gym, either hang out, or make a video.
Yeah.
We can't do all things at once.
Yeah, and right, because then you got to work the next day, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You have to work.
Gotta be up by 6:30.
You gotta be up by 6:30 the next morning, so you can't be like, okay, I'm gonna go gym, hang out with my girlfriend till 10, and then make a video at 10. Not everyone's on the same time, and
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
that is the hustle of it, but it's very, very hard when you're trying to, you know what I mean?
Especially
it's very
first starting. Like you, like I feel like now I definitely,
me now we're good.
I definitely got the hang of it.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like we're talking like at first, it's so hard, and
Yeah.
I think most people don't talk about how hard that is.
Yeah.
Like to how hard, like, cause like for me, like when I met my girlfriend, right, like that whole span of like the beginning of my relationship, dude, my life turned upside down. It like did 180.
Yeah.
Cause as soon as I met her, we started hanging out again, and like I just got like my life just became this whole, like I had so much shit to do now that I didn't have to do before. It was so tough to manage my time and to like do shit. It was tough, dude.
How tough it was for me. I worked at the job that we work at now. I worked at it before he did. What I used to do, I didn't have friends. Technically, we and him weren't friends at that time. I didn't have a girlfriend. So I'd go to work 6:30 in the morning. I'd work overtime. So I'd work past 9 hours and whatever, 9 or 10 hours, right? Helping out stuff for the next day or whatever. And then from there, still go to the gym, right? Or not go to the gym, but I'd go home
Like
and
work out.
and do this or whatever. So I just had so much time. And then on my days off, I had nothing. I just sat around, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And just this and that. Right, and it's kind of good to be in that mindset because obviously then I
think it helps you,
Then I was
especially in the long term.
able to buy my first car.
A damn good one at that.
Yeah, like to buy my first car. So
Yeah.
like that was good. Now, right? But now it's hard because now like with my job now I'm not working that overtime because
Part time.
or whatever I'm doing like the more part time, right? Because I want to hang out more with my girlfriend. I want to do the podcast, the video.
Yeah.
I want my videos. I want to hang out with my family. It's just stuff like that. There's just things that I want to do now that I didn't have before. And I want to be honest, all of that hit me at once. Me and Matthias met. A month later, I met my girlfriend, and that all just hit me.
Can I
all
tell you why?
at once.
Can I tell you why you met her?
Why?
Because she's my
I
sister.
don't know why. We already talked about it in the last podcast. I don't know if we can bring it up. But yeah. Okay, we talk about that then?
What?
For the boys listening, because let's make this a boys podcast.
Bro
right?
code.
Bro code. Did I break the bro code?
He broke the bro code.
Did
You
I
broke
break
it bad.
I didn't
Very
break it.
bad.
Did I break it?
Can I tell you how you broke it bad?
All right, you
No,
talk,
let me-
because
let
I
me
think
tell
there's
you.
worse. I feel
Okay,
like.
let me tell you how you broke it bad, dude. There is, right? The bro code's a big book. Okay.
Oh, it's pretty.
It's a big book.
It's not a big book. It's more of like it's like the Ten Commandments.
Okay.
It's set in stone.
There's more than 5 rules, right? And it's set in stone. And I can tell you right now, the top 3. In one of the top 3s, it says, "No friend's sister." That's one of the top 3. It goes girlfriend, sister, mom, right? That's like in one of the top 3s, right?
Yeah.
So you jumped the bar to the top 3, and you said, "I'm going big or going home," and you said, "I want his sister.
Dude, and
I want my best friend's sister."
I
That's
just
what you
want to say
said.
something. I want to defend myself because I'm just being patronized. I follow the bro code. Bro code to me, I feel like I know it's like a stupid thing, like women.
No, it's
probably-
real.
No, no,
It's
no,
real.
It's a real
It's
thing.
a real thing.
But women come looking outside, looking in, are kind of like the bro code. You guys are just a bunch
It's
of dudes.
so
trying to be,
real.
You guys trying to be
It's so
dudes being
real.
dudes. The bro code is a real thing. The bro let me tell. What's some example? Let me give you one example of a bro code. One bro code would be, let's say me and him go to a party. We're both single. We go to a party, right? And let's say there is a girl that he wants to get at, right? And he's like, "Oh, dude, look at that girl over there. I'm gonna try to get at her, right?" And I'm being an L-mans. I'm being a bad wingman. I go over there and I mess it up or this and that. Like,
Or you're like, "No, bro, I wanted her. No,
oh, no,
no."
like you're being weird.
Yeah, you're being weird.
Bro. You let her that's one bro code. What's like another one?
Another one is this is like
You gotta
like
be a good wingman.
let me tell you the one, right? If you weren't dating my sister and you had a girlfriend and I met your girlfriend, right? I would barely even like look her way.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like I would barely talk to her at first because it's like awkward for me, dude. Like I don't want to feel like I'm intruding.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
I talked to you about that too because when he started dating his girl, dude, I didn't follow her on Instagram. There's guys that are weird like that. Like,
They'll follow the girl on Instagram immediately.
like listen, if your friend gets a new girl, right? Like you shouldn't just go like, "Oh, awesome," and start following her Instagram and this and that. And now you're
Looking
being
at
kind
her
of weird,
pictures,
like commenting
like-
on things. Now you're just being you're being an L man's. When he first started dating his girl, bro, I didn't follow her on Instagram. I barely talked to her and this and that. Or
That's
whatever.
how it should be, though.
Not not trying to be a dick or
It's
whatever.
how it should be, though.
It's just I'm just respecting because that's his girl, and me and her haven't got into that point yet. Because now what? Because you don't want to be like the guy that like, oh, when girls are around, he's finally the comedian, right? I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's a bro code. Like just like kind of bound like this like strong like you're so respectful to your boy. It's like there's like a strong boundary.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I know your sister. Whatever. Fuck that. Whatever. Listen, bro.
definitely did.
No, I respected you so hard on that whole. Like I told you, if you would have told me no, bro, that's gonna be weird for us, I would have never done it on everything I would have done.
That's probably not what she wants to hear.
It's probably not what she wants to hear, but because then I'd be like, hey, this is what your brother said, and I respect your brother. Then obviously.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine what that would have been?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, that would have been like on me.
Yeah, it would have been on you.
Yeah.
But what's another bro code? There's gotta be some good like. What's another bro code? There's like, it's like.
Oh, after I make a shot, you have to slap my ass and tell me good job.
Dude, that's not a bro code.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Homophobe. That's like bad. Bro code. Let's the bro code.
The bro code. It's like bad. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, it does look sick. Shit. Let me search up Urban Dictionary. The Urban Dictionary got all the bro codes in it.
It's just like can't do it.
What am I doing? Urban Dictionary. Let's see. Gorp. Bro.
It says trail mix.
Bro. Bro code. All right. Let's see. Number one, sisters are off limits.
The number one bro code. It says sisters are off limits.
Okay, exes are off limits.
That's a good one.
Okay, is that not just? That's kind of just. You don't do that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Exes are off limits.
That's a given.
Can I ask you a question? Let's say you talk to a girl and you guys didn't make it to that point where you guys were like dating or whatever. You went maybe on 1 or 2 dates, and she came to me. Is that fucked up?
Yeah, but let me say this. It's fucked up. This is all, and there's no like right or wrong. It's all up to the guy and how he feels about that girl. Cause imagine they were just talking, but he really liked her. Like he had this vision of her in his head, and then it just didn't work out. Right? He's like, damn, he like fumbled the bag, and then she goes for you.
Yeah.
But they didn't date. They were just talk for like a couple months. But that's fucked up, cause like that's gonna affect him. He's gonna be like, damn, like bro, fuck. It sucks to see somebody else live your dreams, especially your boy. It's like fucked up.
Bros before hoes. It's always bros before hoes. Always. Fuck the hoes.
We could agree on that.
Never drink the last beer unless you have granted Pacific permission, if that is okay.
Dude, thou shalt not sleep with bro's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that's obviously.
Never drink. Oh, you just sat down.
If a girl falls into the following criteria, she is off limits to the end. Was an ex-girlfriend, bro specifically told you not she didn't want her, is your bro sister. Never does your bro if you're.
However, if it's your bro's cousin, well, she's up for grabs.
Yeah, okay. If it's bro's cousin, she's us for grabs.
But let me tell you something about the whole bro code thing, and you dated my sister. I think it's probably the best thing that could have happened to my sister.
Thank you.
I really do.
I'm a good guy.
And it's only because it's you. If it was any other bro, I don't want to drop a name, but if it was any other bro, right, it would not slide. I wouldn't like it not one bit.
Yeah.
It's only because it's you.
All right. Thank you, dude. All right.
I don't think I'm just like okay with my sister dating all my bros. It's not that. It's just like only because it's you. I was just fun to do. Sorry.
All right. Want to get like sexy a little bit or not? You want to get sexy?
What do you want to do?
I'm just saying. You want to get like a little sexy?
I can get sexy.
We're talking about dates and shit. What do you do after a date? Like, shit.
What are you after a date?
Shit, you spitting on it? Let's see.
I mean, I might like drool a little bit.
What?
Yeah, what like getting a boner.
Wait, what else do you have? You have something written down, right?
Yeah, but not about this.
What do you have written down?
If I start talking, we might have to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk about it. Say it.
Why did I write this? Oh,
you wrote Ligma.
This is just a funny like topic. It's like kind of dumb, but it's funny.
Okay, go.
As a man, I think every guy can relate to this, right? Getting a haircut.
Dig cheese.
Getting a haircut, right?
I forgot.
Has to be one of the most like degrading things. Like as a guy with long hair.
Yeah.
Right? Like dude, if I'm at the barbershop and I have a crush on a girl, right? And the guy puts a thing on me, right? And it's time to trim it up and he wets the hair and he starts combing it down. I look like a fucking idiot.
It is bad.
It's bad.
I think it's only it's bad, right? As me and him who have, just like longer hair, it is bad. It is very bad. Because I like leaving it long, right? And when you wet my hair down, you flay it flat, you go like this with it, and Dude, it's bad. I have a story. I told him already, but there was one time I went to a hairstylist who I used to go to all the time that did my hair. I don't like barbers. I think barbers. Every time I go to a barber, they fuck me up. They try to do a lineup. They try to do. They do too much. I don't like it. Right. I go to this hairstylist lady. She was cutting my hair, right? And she had a daughter, right? At the time, I was, I don't go to her anymore. But when I was single, her daughter was hot, right? And she used to go to college, right? And where the hair salon was, the college was right there, so she used to walk over. So, but she never came. Every time I went Wednesdays, she was never there. So I go Wednesdays because I know once they wet my hair and they start doing the haircut, they lay it flat over your head. They go like this. Your hair looks dumb, right? Because you have to wait till after they dry it and to make it look good, correct? Yeah. Dude, there was one day I went, laying flat, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, whatever. I'm the only one in there. The little bell, because, all the hairstylists got... Ding, ding, ding. I just looked in the mirror, and I go mirror. I see the door. I go, oh, no way. Her fucking daughter walks in.
Damn.
I go, no. She walks in. Hi, mama. Kisses her on the cheek. She goes, how's like something in Spanish. And I'm like this. I am turning beet red, bro, with my hair going
combed over to the side.
She's like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God. And then after I dried off my hair, bro, I wanted to get out of there so fast, bro.
Dude, I don't know if it's just, I don't know if you relate to this, but like as a guy with like straighter hair, going to get my hair cut, right? When you leave, like, 'cause it looks bad when they're like combing it down and they cut it. It looks stupid, right? Even after they're done, the way these ladies styled it, it's so bad, dude.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
Like, you end up walking out looking like an idiot, and then you get out, you start doing this to your hair, you like shake it off.
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
like
no. If I go, I bring a hat just in case I have to go somewhere.
Yeah,
after.
exactly.
But I usually set my haircuts where I know I don't have to do anything after.
Yeah.
So I can just my haircuts are usually like last thing I have to do.
Yeah.
And then I go home. But yeah, I hate that. I know hairstylist. There's one time I had this lady that did my hair. And after she was done, I mean, I didn't have to touch it. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I want to keep going to her, but she's always busy. Yeah, that's actually good. That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was actually really funny.
Yeah. I have another one.
Did you really?
So, restaurants suck now.
All right.
Restaurants, it's so hard to go to a restaurant and leave like completely satisfied with your food.
Talk to me about it.
Right? Like,
explain.
There's been very few restaurants that I've gone to in the past year that like when I feel like when I was younger and I would go eat at restaurants, like if it's Chili's, if it's Applebee's, if it's Ruby Tuesdays, if it's Olive Garden, for the most part,
Crab de la Jour.
for the most part, they were all you're like, oh, these are ribs, like they're really good. Now I'll go like Applebee's, the ribs suck. Like I have to go to a specific rib spot to get good ribs. Like if I go to like eat like it could be anything, right? Like when
spinach dip artichoke.
When we went to the Big Chill, right? We went to the Big Chill not too long ago, and I remember I was looking on their menu, and I saw the pulled pork sandwich. I'm like, oh yeah, let me get that. So I get the pulled pork sandwich, right? The shit was ass, dude.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is it because like you think it's becoming ass, or do you think it's because you're just becoming older and obviously you like going out to eat? Because I love going out to eat.
I love going out to eat.
Right? I rather not cook at home. I rather go out to eat. Is it because you now as you're older you go out to eat everywhere now? So like everything's kind of like changing. Like
yeah, and I also think we did
because you've been to like let's say you go somewhere and you have good ribs, right? Then you go to this new rib place and then like these ribs are so good. Time passes by a little bit and you go, oh my God, I remember the old place that you used to go to was like, oh, they have good ribs. You go, you're like, oh, those weren't as good as because you go to a lot more
because
places.
you're getting older as well, right? So but that just goes to show it's like restaurants suck now.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird. Like I'm just saying like the Big Chill because that's the one example I could think of most vividly. And the people that live here, they can relate to this because they've probably been to the Big Chill, right?
Yeah.
It's the Big Chill's next to Sundowners, right? And they're both kind of right?
Yeah.
So when I had the pulled pork sandwich, the bread was stale. The pork was like dry. Like I'm not Gordon Ramsay, but like I like good food. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Or like I'll go to Chili's, it doesn't hit the same as it used to when I was younger. I go anywhere. Like the only place that I've gone to is a sushi place we go to. That sushi never fails.
There's a sushi place that me and him go to all the time with our girlfriends or just alone or by ourselves, whoever.
Or together.
Dude, it's so good. Me and him get this just one roll, salmon, sour cream, tuna
avocado
with eel sauce
and spicy mayo.
and spicy mayo. Dude, it is the
It
best.
is the best thing ever.
I don't know what it is. It is so fucking good.
It's
Every
so
single
good
time.
every time.
Can I? Okay, lean away from that subject because you're right. But I want to talk about maybe something else because I feel like this place is always hated, and I probably have this at least once a week.
Burger King?
Yeah, people are dicks.
Is it funny how I knew?
People are dicks.
Dude, Burger
Bro,
King.
Burger King. No, hold on. I farted. Sorry. Let me rant real quick. I don't know why people have the audacity to hate on Burger King.
Yeah.
Burger King is so good. Obviously, listen, McDonald's is a staple, whatever, right? And it's really good.
Yeah.
Wendy's is really good. But Burger King, for some reason, to me, is so good. Maybe because I wasn't raised poor, but, like, you know what I mean? It was just something that I just ate. And it was so good. I used to eat it all the time. So I don't know, like, it's crazy. It's just insane.
Can I tell you what? When I was younger, I remember everybody had the discussion of, like, what's the best fast food restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
And I would always say Burger King.
Yeah.
I love Dude, their hamburgers are probably the best hamburgers.
They're so good.
They're so good.
They're so good. A
So
Whopper?
good.
Are we serious? You want to end it there?
Yeah, I think that's good.
All right. So we're going to end it there, guys. Hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Thank you guys for watching. If you guys watched this far, I appreciate the watch. Awkward.
Come in. Come stand real quick.
Hey!
Outro.
What up, gang? Bruh.
We're doing guest appearance, my brother. We're just wrapping
got
it up.
Shawn Mendes.
We're wrapping it up. All right. No, stand. You want to stand?
Because the hoes are watching.
The hoes are watching,
You
man.
know they want to watch you.
All right. So we're wrapping it up there. That's episode 3 of the podcast.
Yep. Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Our links to our separate channels, Matt Matias and Ryan Peoples, were linked in the description below. So if you guys want to go check that out, go click below. If you guys don't want to watch this full 45-minute podcast or hour, we have shorts that are on the YouTube channel. We also have a TikTok channel that you can also check out. It's just Coolit Podcast.
Coolit Podcast.
Let's see, and that's pretty much it. And we'll see you guys next Monday.
Peace out, y'all.
He ain't need a bed. Then I did the pint of tech in a cold red. If I tell this bitch to pull her, she gon' mope.